Morning, Paul. Good afternoon, should I say?
Yeah. I still don't know where it is. We're coming back after Christmas. I think they should ban Christmas. Right, I've got some news about FTMO for you guys in America. It's pretty sad.
They don't like us.
They don't like you anymore.
No.
Have you seen? I take it you have.
Yes.
Yeah. I won't say anything for a minute or two, just in case other people jump on, and I'll go over it all then. So I'm just going to log into a couple of sites, and then we'll have a look, see what's going on. A lot of legislation for the prop firms, obviously, so that's what's causing the issue. USD, and I've got the FTMO account open. Indeed, you do. I have. Right. How are we all? All right?
Yeah, doing good.
Yep. Wonderful.
Good. So I got a message in a chat group I'm in talking about FTMO. So the first thing I guess we should say is if you are in America, there's news, but basically you can't join if you're in America anymore. I can play you, not play you, I can show you. Yeah, in the United States, due to specific conditions in the market segment therefore we have decided to suspend the purchase of the FTMO challenge for new and existing US clients, as we put a hold on onboarding new US clients. At the same time, we are looking for ways to make FTMO available again to all those interested in trading in the USA. And what was interesting was that they obviously they're not in America, so I don't see why they come under sort of US law, as it were. But I know from sort of being in the industry that America thinks they own the world, don't you? You guys, you think you own everything. So even if it's in a country that isn't in America, America says if you're still selling to people in America, we still have to protect our citizens, so we'll still go after you. I don't really understand how that works, but there's usually a workaround or an alternative. So just sort of make that clear, because I like using FTMO for their trials. I think our trials are really good. And I'm gonna, like I say, my aim, I'll give you an update on where I'm at with getting funded. But my aim is just to keep passing funded accounts. So I'll definitely want to do FTMO, but obviously that's not so good like when we're working together and for you guys now. So we shall see. We shall see. Hope nobody was in a challenge with one. I think you can still carry on, but oh, you're all right if you're in, does not accept clients in Louisiana, South Carolina, Montana, Arkansas, and Delaware. Anyway, so that's that out of the way. I don't think it's too much of an issue. Number two, trade this morning. Get rid of this X48 crap. The trade this morning, not sure. I'll put it in Iranian pips anyway. But anyway, I took a trade this morning. It's in Iranian pips. If you really want to see it, this is the 5%ers that I'm doing. I need to make $400 on a $5,000 account, and I'm up 250 at the minute, so I'm 63% of the way there. I only started this week, and I've only done 4 trades, and my win rate is 100%. I'm not sure what this is, this sell. I guess I don't know whether that's something to do with because it doesn't count it as a trade and it's not the right ticket numbers. I think that's just something when they open the account or something. So at the minute, it's only 4 trades, 100% win rate. I'm 63% of the way to passing phase 1. you need 3 profitable days. This will be day 2. So tomorrow that will tick over to be day 2 for a profitable day. So that one's going well. And then the Definitive funding, they do the 100k free trial. I need to make 10k with this, and I'm at 8941. So I'm 89% of the way there. So I only need to do just over 1% on that account.
You see, you've breached the total risk
Yeah,
thing.
I pointed that out on Monday. I'm going to point it out again. What I breached was this trades without stop loss.
No, and the total risk.
Oh, is it? Oh, I don't think I
Yeah,
breached
you
the
see
total
there
risk.
above it where it says total risk there.
Oh, right, okay. No,
Yeah.
4% then.
It's such a nuisance because, and that's the one I was saying, they then say, because I followed it up and said, right, what do you mean? What are the consequences of doing that? Oh, we have options. What do you mean you have options? Well, we can decline you to move up a grade, or we can decline to pay you. Well, when would we know that you'd decline to pay us? Well, when you attempt to get paid. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll not bother.
I'm not really sure why I've done the total risk. I did stack a trade, but
and that's what it is. Yeah. So you'll have gone over it, even if it's fractionally, briefly, by having, and it's the stop loss that counts on that. So if your stop loss just takes you over that total risk thing.
I actually think the only message that I saw that came up was to do with stop loss. I'm wondering if that, Anne, because that's 0, I'm wondering if that is because of that.
Well, mine said 0 as well. Total risk 0. It still said 0.
I'm going to make the 10. I'm going to make the 10 and then I'll see. And I'm guessing, again, like I said on Monday, I think with all of them, if you just take one trade and you let that one run and then you take another trade, rather than try and do anything clever, you should really be okay. But the other thing I was going to say with Definitive, Sean Mapp, he's got quite a big group. They all went over to, from us, they set his own thing up because it was all plumbers and stuff. But he shared some of his withdrawals today, and somebody said, how long did that take? Because I've heard they're slow. And he said, yeah, I put in the withdrawal request before Christmas and he's only just got paid. And they used to be like next day. So they're slowing down on payment as well. So I might not go for Definitive. I'll see. I'll keep an eye on them. But I'm so close to doing it, I might as well finish it off anyway. The one I do hear a lot of good things about everywhere I go is this one, Funded Next. And you can start from $60. So I'm probably going to do those next. And they guarantee they'll pay you out in 24 hours as well. Otherwise, they'll give you an extra grand. So maybe for you guys in America, if you were looking at FTMO or on FTMO, try Funded Next.
And the 5%ers, I think they're I noticed they were gearing up advertising their services for anybody who was in America as well, saying, yeah, we'll take.
Well, one of the reasons I went for them, like I say, is they've been around now. I think they're kind of next to FTMO. They've been around and they're very proven. They're very sort of stable, not one of these new upcoming kids on the blocks, as it were. So yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. And now we need to try and make at least 2% back on the one that we're meant to be doing together. So has anybody got any questions or anything, any help they need with anything? Right, wave up. Is there imbalance? Yes. So this is potentially a trade. Who can tell me what's wrong with it though? You all can. What's wrong with it?
Right on the 200.
Right on. Literally right on. So we can't do anything without one at the minute. I've already got an alert set. Then we said we'd look at gold. I'll set the alerts and we'll check news. I don't think there is news. I looked earlier. We'll look at news.
You've missed the gold one.
What do you mean I missed the gold one?
It was a lovely trade.
When was it?
Don't know, but half an hour ago, whatever it was. Now.
Look at that.
Oh, they are, yeah.
Wave down with imbalance to the left. Red.
Twas lovely, it was, yes.
And is it in your account right now, is it?
It is. It is.
Well, I popped out earlier and we went out for a walk, and on the radio what was I listening to? It might have been, I guess it might have been Pop Master, whatever it's called now. Anne Quinn was on, and I thought, I wonder if that's Anne. I wonder if that's Anne. Mine.
Ah, you must be joking. Popmaster and me, no. I'd be like 0.
Right, so let's add an alert. Be alert. Britain needs more alerts. Straightforward Forex, wave up or wave down once per bar, click create. So if that comes up, we might be able to get a trade out of that. And then we were looking at NAS, which cost us 1% the other day. It's on one. Wave down, no imbalance. Wave down, no imbalance. So I probably wouldn't have got in any of those. So we'll set an alert and we'll see what happens. Sorry, no, straightforward Forex. Wave up or wave down once per bar, click correct. So we've got alerts set on the 3 pairs we're looking at. News wise, nothing till 2 p.m. So there's no news to worry about, which is rare and might make it slow. There was nothing on Monday either. I wonder if that's partly what caught us out.
Did you notice the spike, the gold spike this morning?
I'll be honest with you, I don't trade gold normally.
Yeah. It was just, well, I was asking the question generally, to be honest. Yeah, it was like that was actually caused by China coming out with some good news, which caused the dollar to take a dive, which caused gold to spike up. So,
right. Whenever there's bad news for the dollar, gold goes up because everybody thinks that if there's a nuclear war or if the economy collapses, everyone's going to swap gold.
It was quite nice though, in as much as it was an obvious spike that was going nowhere. So it was quite comfortable looking for a sell after that. So
yes. And did you get in on a wave down, or did you?
I did. I got in not that one.
I was going to say that one actually. Oh, you got to wait for the red.
Yeah.
That one is a beautiful one, actually.
It was the next one along. It was 1, 2, 3. The third one. That's the one I got in. Yeah.
There's not really a chunk of imbalance there, so I probably would have gotten on that one. But even so, it's all good. You can see what happens.
Yeah.
So if I got in there and I got in worst case there, look, stop loss goes there. There's the gap, candle to the left, stop loss on top. That was easy 2%, surely. Yeah, 2.98, so an easy 2. And if you stayed in, this is like the Hoff's good at this. I'm not staying in, but a potential 5% there.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I just couldn't have stayed in like that. It's not in my nature.
I like to get my 2 and be done. Right, so let's make sure I've got an alert set on those 3. Look, wave up with imbalance. Right on the 200, so we're chatting. It closed above the 200. Long position. So if I'd have got in, I'd have gone, oh, it's closed above the 200. I might have got in there roughly, give or take. I put my stop loss on the wave up then, in that case. And let's see if it would have done the 2%. And that's the problem when you look at too many pairs in your chain. So I'll leave that over there. We'll see if it would have hit. Because now, I probably shouldn't get into that now, should I? NAS. Wave up, no imbalance. So, no go. Anybody catch your USD, or were you all listening to me?
I didn't get that. What'd you say?
You didn't?
I didn't hear what you said.
No, I just said, did anybody get it? We were talking, so I missed it. I was going to wait for it to close above the 200. which
Oh,
is
yeah.
done, but we've kind of missed it now, haven't we? But we have got blue, blue, blue. Now, what I might do if I want to scalp and proper scalp now, not like go 1% risk, 2% gain. The wave is getting bigger. If the whole suite goes above the whole moving average, so the whole moving average, the line is beneath, and the gap's getting bigger and everything, I might still be able to go in and take some pips. But I probably wouldn't wait for it to go 2%, because that officially is where you should have got in, somewhere around here, shouldn't we? When it closed above the 200. I must admit, I don't really want to change the sessions and start trading in the morning. I might do one day a week. I'll see. Maybe I'll do it on a Monday to gear up for the week or something. But because I like to just have my time, my peace and quiet and stuff. But I do really enjoy just trading Euro USD, right, and just trading it. 7 o'clock is my usual. I'll get to the charts for 7. And then I didn't trade at 8 today, but there was another good move at 8, and I did well. I did 4%, so I thought, well, no, 3%. Sorry, I did 3% today, was it? So I just thought, no, I'll just leave it at that and be happy with that. I don't really want to start doing a call, because then I'm like going to be chatting and be distracted and miss stuff. Plus, I'm not really awake at that time of the morning. Right, wave down, but there's no imbalance to the left. And I haven't got red, 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 this whole suite. So to me, that looks like it's consolidating. So I'm wary of this now. So it won't be my favorite pair to trade. I don't know why I didn't get an alert on gold. This might be shaping up. So that one's no good. There's a wave up there. My stop loss would go, if there's the gap, stop loss in theory could go in theory there. So that would have been stopped, but I'll keep an eye on it because it was blue, blue, blue. But we really like that hull, don't we? To the whole moving average to be beneath the hull suite for a buy or above for a sell. So I'll just keep flicking between the 3. Has anybody got anything they can teach us or anything they want to ask, or I need to make a decision on this one if I do want to scalp, so I'll keep watching it.
Might retrace actually, that one. You know, it's
Go back
you
up.
could look at it that it's coming down to the gap.
Coming back down to the fair value gap could be another entry.
See what happens when it hits. If it starts turning back up, that might be worth it.
That's what I'm hoping. It's a good job I didn't get in though and wait.
Yeah. Wait for it to turn around. Yeah.
That's the kiss of death as soon as you say something about a trade. This actually could be a signature move. You know, the banker's signature move.
Yeah, fake out. You mean? Or
well, yeah, that business where. So if you listen to Anastasia in IM, she says, "Oh, it'll break out, come back 50%, and then go up." Or this is what I mean. You drive yourself crazy. This is why I just like what we do. Simple, simple, simple. Or, well, it's taking out the stop losses there. So now it might well come and take out the stop losses under here. So it'll come down, take out those stop losses, and then go up. That's kind of the signature bankers move, isn't it? Because this is just what Kevin Orn calls it rotation. They're just basically building up money to make a move. So we shall see.
Hi, Paul. Could you remind me what that white line is at the bottom of your chart, please?
This one?
Yes.
That's the long wave. So that's straightforward Forex. Yeah, set on 462.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
And I have it, if it's up, it's white, and if it's down, it's purple. So I don't confuse it with the short wave.
Thank you.
No problem. We've got a wave down with imbalance, but I haven't got red, red, red. I'm going to wait for red, red, red. I'll move this out of the way. So the other thing we can talk about today is the $10 app on HBA. Have you all seen that?
Yeah, I watched it this morning.
So I can see, like with the NLP stuff I'll do a webinar and I'll talk about goal setting and achieving your goals and how you can use that app to meet the NLP. So I'll do like some value added with it. But like I joined Live Good, right? It's a cheap little business. It's only $10 a month, and there's quite a lot of these sort of cheap businesses around at the minute. So you might, some people are just going to want to buy the app and use the app, but if you wanted to build a little business out of the $10 thing, pays 80% commission still. So you sell one at $10 a month and you make $8 a month. That's not bad at all, is it? And like with Live Good, you make 25 cents per customer. So if you think about it, $8 is worth 32 customers in your downline. 2 sales is $16. That's worth 64 people in your downline. 3 sales is worth nearly 100 people in your downline with Live Good. So it compares pretty well with stuff like that.
They've also got a 30-day free on them, haven't they, at the moment? If you
That's
get on
only
before
if you're a
Friday.
premium member.
Yeah, and you get on before Friday. Yeah.
And you get on before Friday, but that's if you're already in and you're a premium member. I've actually given it to a couple of people outside to get them in, so they can check it out, which you're not meant to do, but I have. Better to ask for forgiveness than permission, isn't it? So what they do is they're keeping it separate to HBA on the front end, but when you join, you get introduced to HBA. So it's another way of potentially showing people HBA as well. So I know the figures I'm looking at. So like 83 people, it works out to, I think it's actually 82, but 83 people who are with the funnel builder and the premium is 10K a month. So if you want to make 10K a month, you got another avenue now to introduce people to HBA. It's 500 people that take the funnel builder. Or obviously 100 people that take just premium, but only 84 if they take the funnel builder and premium. And now I'm going to start working the figures in with the little $10 thing. So it's in the back office if you want to go and get it under the Monday night webinar, the What's Working Now webinar. It's quite cool, actually. You can put a vision board in it and stuff. Right, so I couldn't have got into that wave down because it wasn't red. So we're just a waiting game, isn't it? Boring. Old, not usually doing a lot, and that one hasn't got imbalance, so I'm just waiting. It's only 24 minutes past, still time. This one here, I can't get in, but this to me looks like it's going to sell. So what do you think goes through my mind now looking at this in terms of if I'm going to get in for a sell or not? Well, it's so close to this line, isn't it? And this is the long wave straightforward Forex. So if that closes beneath there, I'm going to get another wave down, aren't I? So this candle could well give me a wave down. Is there imbalance? Yes, there is at the minute. Anyway, candle's not finished yet. But this could be an opportunity. I could start getting ready now. So my stop loss, if everything starts to match up, my stop loss, if that becomes a wave down, oh no, it probably won't. We've got 7 seconds. And I've lost my imbalance now. But this is what I do in the morning, like those trades this morning. So that here I'm looking at where would my stop loss be? Well, if everything went right, my stop loss would go there, and I can go and I can start getting ready to put that into the trade manager just in case. But as you can see, the price came back up, so it didn't happen. So I'll delete that so we don't get confused. But now that line just changed red. I don't know if you noticed, the whole MA just changed red. It's gone back to blue now. But the whole suite looks like it's going to turn red. And it looks like I'm still close to this. It's just a waiting game, but I'd still leave that line there because that might well be a good place for a stop loss if I do get a sell out of it. I've got another alert on gold. Let's have a look. Wave up. There is imbalance, but the imbalance is a slither and it's there. So what do you think? It's not on the candle to the left. It's a tiny bit, it's not a lot. You can see it's marked out with the indicator.
That feels like a very trapped trade to me, kind of in amongst all the barriers.
I'm already put off because it is like it's consolidating, and I'm back to the 200 again.
Mhm.
And there's no news coming up to make it work, so everything might just consolidate until later on. I think there was something at 2, wasn't there? But even then, it wasn't like high intensity, I don't think.
Yeah, it'll move at 1:30 though.
Well, we'll see. We'll get ready.
But having said all of that, the general sort of thought process is that it will sell. So I wouldn't be getting into a buy.
Yeah, it's struggling at the minute. Right, another Euro USD. Wave up with imbalance. So that's good. And I've got blue MA. It's beneath the Hull Suite. So this is looking tasty. But I'm still not convinced. Just because things seem a bit stuck and slow. But there's the gap. So my stop loss should really be all the way down there, shouldn't it? So if that's my stop loss and I was to get in now, that's 5 pips. That's not actually too bad. Let's get ready. Trade Manager 2024. I might put it on the body. All right, I'm not going to do anything till past, which is only a minute away. Got another alert on NAS. 109,439. 1.09439. So that's if I do get in for a buy. I've already got that in. Could be a sell now. Look at it. You know, in the mornings when I'm trading, I just sit and look. I don't talk my way through it all the time. Just because I'm on here, I feel like I have to talk. So wave up, still not convinced. No imbalance, so no. Like Helen said, that's just stuck, isn't it? It's just going sideways. So is this one at the minute. So let's see what happens at 1:30 then. 1:30 now. We'll see if Anne's right. It will move, she said. Do you remember? I got it on recording. Wave down, no imbalance. And this can go now, that's irrelevant. Wow, okay. Got an alert on them all. Wave down. Yes, there's imbalance. And it's kind of poked its head above the 200 and it's stuck at the 200. I'm back to that scenario where I'm very close to the long wave with Euro USD. So I'll keep an eye on it. Gold, that wave down, there's no imbalance. So I'm not really that fussed about that one at the minute. And this one, wave down, yes, imbalance. And NAS is what we lost on before. So what do you reckon? We are technically in a downtrend. And I've got a red wave, a red Hull MA, and the whole suite has just gone red there. But it's very thin. What do you reckon? Should we get in?
Go for it.
Easy to say when it's not your money, isn't it?
Well, I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna do it too.
Stop loss up there, yeah? 16692.6. 16692.6. Okay, make sure that moves. It's not moving. There we go. Right, so short position. According to my broker, I got in 16674.70. 16674.7. I'll do. Stop loss was going there. I might chicken out and get out at 1% if it goes to 1% today, because that looks like a massive move. Probably isn't, just looks like a massive move. And remember, we need to make some money back on the account. And we're in profit. So let's look at Euro USD. We've got a wave down with imbalance. Yes. I'm going to wait for it to come through there then. And then I'll set my stop loss accordingly. You were right, Anne, by the looks of it. Sales, all sales across the board.
Yeah, I've been there, done it. I've done my trade and back.
This one's just tantalizing me, teasing me. This is Euro USD I'm watching, by the way, and this is NAS. So don't look at that and think, well, it's not matching up. I'm just waiting for this one to come where I want it to go.
I'm glad you said that, because I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah, that's better. But I need to watch. I need to see what's happening with Euro USD, because that might be a trade. See, if there's the wave down and there's imbalance, that might tap the imbalance and then come down, obviously. But I'm trying to second guess. I wouldn't get in for a sell until it goes through the long wave here. But it might just stay consolidating. It's very annoying. But the thing is, the reason why I need to watch it is I'm not going to get I will get a wave down alert on there if I set an alert on that wave down. So what I can do is add an alert on the long wave on the higher settings. And then I'll set it to a wave up or wave down. Once per bar, click create. Now I will get an alert if I get a wave down on there. So I can go and we can look at NAS. And it's just a case of sitting and waiting and watching paint dry, isn't it? So you're in it then, Benny, are you?
Yeah, I'm just right behind you.
So I'm just looking at it again, and I'm noticing something that isn't so good. Is the Hull MA isn't above everything, and that's what we like. But looking at it, it will probably cross over. I'm resisting the urge to get another monitor.
I think I'm gonna have to get one. I got new glasses and I still can't hardly see some of these things.
They are so cheap now, Paul. I was looking at some at Christmas in John Lewis, and I was just amazed at how big a monitor you could get for like very little.
Yeah, I mean, as well, if you'd like lots of monitors, Facebook Marketplace, there's loads. If you just want like another screen, you don't have to spend a lot of money at all.
No.
Just going to look at Euro USD again. I mean, if you got the right account, you can put this into 2 panels as well, but don't know why. I just don't like doing that either. Call me picky, Mr. Picky. So let's just have a look on the 5 minute. Yeah, on the 5 minute, we've closed beneath the 200 moving average on the 5 minute, which is a good sign. Do what it wants at the end of the day, so it's all just trying to second guess, isn't it? I don't always capture the like the wins now for raining pips, because to be honest with you, I would most likely just go and walk away from this now. Just let it do its thing. Worst that can happen is I lose 1%. It's not the end of the world, is it? I'm going to untick my auto break even as well. Right, Euro USD, we got a direction change. We'll wave up. But the Hull MA is red and the Hull Suite's red, and they're all sort of congealed. So I'm not going to rush into that one. Need to watch it really. I think part of it is there's just no news, so it's all just stagnant. I noticed something earlier that was interesting, like my average trade. Was it this one? I think one of these told me my average trade was 22 minutes, I think. Average trade duration, there you go, 22 minutes, 30 seconds. Not bad. Right, so because it's 20. Go ahead, Anne. Because it's 20 to 2 now, very unlikely to get into a trade on this. Euro USD. So the Hull Suite is going beneath the Hull moving average, so that will be on top. So that's good. These blocks on the wave got a little bit thinner. We'll see what happens here. Because all I'm trying to do now is make a decision. Do I want to get out of this now and protect the account? Do I want to chicken out? It's not exactly doing a lot, is it?
No.
Euro USD is just sideways. Gold just sideways. So I reckon this is just going to go sideways, don't you?
Looks like it to me.
There you go. I protected the account. Probably stupid. We're below the 200. The long wave says sell. We are, you know, the wave's down and everything, but it's just not doing a lot. So I'm getting out. Call me a cowardly custard. But the first rule, don't lose money. I'm hoping next week we'll be back to when there's like news at 1:30, because then I think we can actually do it, as long as we don't trade 2 minutes before or after news. You're not allowed to do that on a lot of prop firms, so you might as well just take that rule across them all. So there's no point just sitting here watching it, is there? Has anybody got anything you'd like to discuss, or should we call it a day and meet back on Monday? Do you want to talk about the 74K document or anything?
Well, I'm curious about when you're, and I'm not in any way trying to put it all on you. I'd like to start on that, working hard on that HBA thing just to develop some residual income. But
yeah,
I'm thinking you're getting ready to put something out that somebody who hasn't been working on it could take it and run with it. But am I wrong on that?
No, you're right on it. So the way last year didn't like really go to plan for me. Last year felt like 6 months rather than 12 months, and I had other things going on as well. And I kept getting people come to me for NLP, and I didn't have anything in place. So hence I wrote the book, and I've got a prospectus for a new course done, and I'm going to redo my course and everything. But I have to have recurring income in my life, no question. I didn't really get, back on the trading wagon properly when I lost my Forex funds. And I should have got a funded account last year, and I don't really know what happened. But then we started developing this 1 minute scalping and stuff. So last year really became more of a setup and a foundational year, if you know what I mean. So the way that I work, though, is I tend to I'm a great believer, even if you don't know what's happening, if you just move forward, things happen. And that's kind of what happened with the trading. David Kahn brought us Silver Bullet, and that led to me being able to change what I do with the harmonic scanner, which still works, by the way. I just don't trade it because I like doing this better. Waiting for the gap. And then the book sells. That's good. So I've got NLP, I've got trading, which is your leveraged income, and I lost IM Academy, who I thought I was going to be with forever, right? But they were just making it, increasingly hard to promote them. So I wanted something for recurring, and HBA is perfect. So I'm left with 3 things. I've got trading, I've got HBA for recurring, but that allows you to do affiliate marketing and promote online. So that's good for anything else as well. And then I can tell you from doing this for years, we all have egos. So look at that. Your own business interests, you'll always have your own business interests or a shiny object. How many businesses have you been in the last 5 years? Right? So that's normal, right? And how many businesses have shut down over the last year, let alone 5 years, right? So if I was to explain this to people and I say, well, the reason I do what I do is HBA when somebody pitches me, I might not want what they've got. And whilst they might not want HBA, they could use HBA to promote their main deal. And HBA is totally different. If you go and watch any of their videos, I mean, this new $10 product, what do you think the payment processor fees are on a $10 sale?
Yeah, they're not making anything on that, are they? They're making nothing on that, are they?
There's got to be $1 or something. I mean,
It's got to
there's
be
no
at
money
least
in
a
that.
dollar, because I think like PayPal is like, is it 70 cents or something plus X%? So,
Right. Well, it's a loss leader, obviously.
well, the point is the guy that developed that app is selling it now, and he paid 33% commissions. They bumped it straight up to 80. So yeah, they're not really making any money on that. Now, if somebody takes a $1 trial, they still honor the 80% commission on a $1 trial, which is ridiculous. They lose money on that. That's a given, right? So HBA, I love. I'm very confident. They're all the things that I hate about the industry. They're not, and they're very. I'm not so keen on all the heart-centered and it's heart-centered leadership. I don't need that. I just need to know. Look, we're not going to rip you off, and we want you to have a stable income. So HBA, it applies to every affiliate marketer, every network marketer, and it's very different. It's not network marketing. There's no stigma. There's no network marketing stigma to it that some people have. Okay, so it removes that. It's really good. You can't say it's out of date because every Monday you get a What's Working Now webinar. And if you want support, common thing you hear again is my sponsor didn't help me. My sponsor didn't help me. Well, I recruited over 500 people into IM Academy, and I can tell you it gets very draining being the support for 500 people, right? HBA, they provide all the support. That's what they do. Those two guys are 7-figure earners, but how many webinars do they do a week? So I'm very, very happy with HBA, right? And even if you don't want to use it to build a recurring income, if you only make 2 sales, you're in profit with it and you can use it to build your stuff. And everybody goes, yes, when I talk to them. Then when I talk about trading, everybody agrees that trading is a good way of building leveraged income, whether they want to do it or not. And then mindset, not so sexy because everybody thinks they can do it without. Well, most people, but some people are like, oh yeah, mindset. So when I sit down and talk to somebody, they get it. When you try and package it up, master plan affiliates, and this is what I mean last year. Some people see affiliates, but they want to trade, and they're like, oh, that's no good then. And it's like, no, it's just the same. So what occurred to me was if I could put it in like a conversation on a document and do away with all the hype and complicated websites and stuff, I thought that would be a winner. So what's growing, Tommy, out of doing all this now is it's already made me a sale. I've already got a couple of people on the hook from doing that. But what I'm thinking is getting rid of master plan affiliates. I'm going to get rid of the pass ups. You know, that idea where you pass up. I have had 0 pass ups in a whole year. So nobody's out there promoting, right? Or people just don't want to give pass ups, right? So we'll do away with that. We'll make the document the center. And at the minute, I've brought a domain, 74k.club. And I'm thinking of like making it a club and changing the name of the group and getting that document in front of everybody. Because again, the feedback so far is everybody understands the elements of what we're doing now.
Yeah.
We're here in this club to help you grow your own business, develop a stable income though, no matter what happens with HBA. And if you want to, leverage it with Forex. And it's very down to earth. But the way we do Forex now is very down to earth, isn't it?
Yes.
Check the order block, look for the mitigation, wait for double mitigation, wait for a liquidity sweep. No, none of that. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm getting ready to try and launch it big time. And maybe limit it to 100 people or something like that. What I would be happy to do for people, remember there's no benefit. It's not like IM where, so like, let's start from the left. Benny's the first one on my Zoom. So, Benny brings in 1,000 people. Doesn't matter to me. I get nothing.
Yeah.
But with that document, if I put all the work in like I do and stuff, they might buy the book, might they? They might buy my $7 book. So at least I get something. and there's a $27 upsell on the back of that. And then if they want, you know, an NLP training course or something, so that's kind of my bit for still offering the support and doing these lives and everything. The
Right.
document. So if you guys really want to go and promote, how do I promote? I don't know what to do. Well, I can give you some tips, but guess what? You've got HBA. See how it all fits together beautifully. So
Yeah.
what I'm thinking is making a 74k.club. You need to get that document in front of enough people to make one sale a week.
Right.
You can make your own version of that document, and in a year you could potentially be on $74,800 a year.
Yeah.
So you need to get it in front of enough people to make one sale. Now the document is my results. It's got my face on it. There's two options, and this is what reason why I'm probably going to limit to like 100 people or something. You can make your own version of that document. Take my picture off, put your picture in, put your results in, put whatever you want in, right? The other thing though is I've already had somebody say, I haven't got any results like that. It's no good. So we could do some, and this is where I'm still working it out, Tommy, but we could do something like, let me introduce you to my friend Tommy, or, you know, hey, this is Tommy. You know, I work with Paul. I'm part of the club. This is what Paul's put together, or whatever. So
Yeah.
you could be your face on it and my face, and that ties everybody together. Because if you're going to introduce them and they get on these calls, all of a sudden it's like, well, who's Paul?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to work on now, and I'll do a bit more this afternoon.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I like it.
Yeah. So do you all think it makes sense? It would be something that could help you all, probably.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to talking to you one-on-one about it, because I'd really like to help you launch this thing and really put it out there. I've been, I haven't been active in it because it seems like, it's got to, you haven't worked the lumps out of the batter, so to say.
What is that an American saying, obviously?
Yeah, right. Like the pancakes, you got to get the lumps out of the batter.
Yeah.
So, but it's been evolving, and I'm anxious. So this sounds palatable, and I really want to be fair for you, because you've been so gracious and so good to all of us.
Well,
we want to make sure that you're taken care of. I think everybody here shares that feeling with
yeah,
me.
well, that's cool. But one, I
Absolutely.
can trade, and I'm really focusing on my trading rather than being distracted. Like I said, I could jump on at 8 o'clock every morning and we could trade together, and I know that's a great time to trade. But to be honest with you, last year I would have done it. This year I'm being selfish because I've got to take care of my income, and it's, I sit here in my pajamas and a cup of tea, and stick Howard Jones on, you probably won't know him in America. Well, you might know him in America, 80s pop music or whatever. It's great, I love it. But you can't do that when you're on a Zoom. So my reward really is the NLP in there, because I've got a call in to do the NLP. I say last year it was ridiculous. It's like it's so many people coming for NLP. So my bit is the NLP in there. That's going to, that stays on the document if you want to share it. If you want to do your own version of the document, I'm all for it. Go for it. Love it.
Yeah. I got no problem leaving it on there.
So what I'm looking to do now is, how do we make it, what the feedback I've got, the people that see the document, they like the document. It makes, oh, right, okay, now it makes sense. When you try and come up with a name and a groovy website, it's hard. So people seem to like that document. That's really good. I've written email follow-ups. I've got to put a simple lead capture page. I just haven't got around to it, but it will be a very simple lead capture page. Do you want to see the document? What I'm trying to work on now is to make it like aspirational, that people want to be part of this movement. So at the minute, I've got club 74k.club.
Yeah.
Paul, I think right now, but people are more short minded than they've ever been as far as messaging, and I think that so many things are too voluminous with the way the presentation comes across. So the way that you're compressing it like you are is makes total sense. People are in such a hurry, so many options. The internet's moving so fast. AI's out there. It's something, they can't slow down to go fast. And so I really, really like what you're doing here. I think
Okay, cool. Well, what I'm going to do this afternoon is I'm going to try and shorten the document. But it's 14 pages, which I didn't want it to be 14 pages. So I'm going to try and shorten it a little bit, but still keep it succinct and to the point.
It don't seem like it's that long to me. It's really a nice read. I mean, I wanted to get to the end of it, and that's good copywriting when you have people saying, well, I wonder what the next paragraph, what's he got to say here, what's he got to say here,
Yeah.
and not have them fizzle out in the first page.
Well, do you know that honestly, that's good to hear. And it only literally took me about an hour to write that document.
Wow.
But to have the thought that all the thought process was probably like, I probably started like early December and I didn't write anything down and then it all just came out. So there's a lot of thought process to get to the point where it just came out in 1 hour. But it's not AI. I wrote it all, and it's all just conversational. So I had to clean up a bit of spelling and stuff. But
nice job. I wish I could plug in the back of your head like Data on Star Trek. Just download all your information.
Yeah, me too. Well, the thing is that for me is that I know we got the best deal altogether that's out there between HVA and the Forex and everything, but when I try to explain it to people, the more I explain it, the more confused they get.
Yeah.
So
exactly, because it is.
Yeah. So this thing that you're doing is going to make it, I think, simple for them to understand. This is what we do.
I include the negatives as well. It's like Forex now is so scammy and spammy, and we don't promote it on the front end. As the main thing, we include it and we don't charge for it. You get it free when you do HBA. And it's like, oh, people like that as well,
Yeah.
So,
well, I've just been promoting it to warm market so far, and I can't get anywhere. But I've got thousands of people that follow me on TikTok, so I can get it to a bunch of people quick if I had it concise enough to do it. I just have been reluctant to do so.
Well, I think. Excuse me, Paul. I think it's just got it's had too many moving parts for the average person. It's too many moving parts. So the more you can stream it down, like you're talking about doing here, and I just found that the document was an easy read, and that's what I look for. Is it's been spent a lot of time copywriting, and I've read probably 50 books about it, and been to courses and everything else, and I felt like it was just very well copywritten.
It's not copywritten; it's a conversational written. That's the way I look at it. It's just as
there you go.
Somebody and explain. There you go. Because people get it when I explain it to them. So I'm going to work on it this week, and then maybe what I could do is I could have a webinar with everybody. Maybe we forgo a Monday when the market's a bit slower anyway, and just have do a webinar on how could you take that document and make it yours. As simple as, I'm just thinking now, like Tommy says, he's got all those people on TikTok. You just put, hi, my name's Tommy. I'd like to introduce you to this guy Paul and what he's put together. I'm really, so glad I found this.
Yeah.
Put your link in it instead of mine. Send it out.
There you go.
Tommy's got a gold mine sitting there. He just hadn't pulled the trigger on it because he had his he really hasn't found his confidence in it, just like I had, because of it's a lot of minutia going on. But now it's making total sense.
Cool. Right. Well, let's just have a look at that NAS and see if we did the right thing getting out. I would have been up. Yeah, should have stayed in. But you don't know that. So I'm still happy I protected the account.
Yeah, you'd have got scared again there one time.
Well, I wasn't scared on Monday and we lost.
Yeah.
So this one here, imbalance was a bit far away, but it's closed beneath. So we probably could have got something out of that. But it was all a bit slow, and I wasn't going to trade gold, but Anne is right. Look, it was going down. So what have we learned? Anything? Paul's a coward.
No, Paul protected his account.
There you go.
First rule.
Look, so I could have got. To be honest with you, if I was still in it, I would close it at 1% now, I think.
Yeah. Well, I've just protected. I'm in that gold. I don't know if anybody else got into it, but I got into it, and I've just protected 1%. So we'll see if it gets to 2.
No, it was all I wondered, it was all a bit consolidating, so I couldn't possibly have gotten into it till I was down here. If I got into it down there, I'd probably put my stop loss.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You could have got in down.
Oh, look, 1%. So yeah, so actually, I'd be with you. So the what it says to me is that actually the system works. The scalping, let's call it the scalping, the Turner burner, Tommy calls it, whatever. It actually works. Wave down, there's imbalance on that candle. Would I have used that? Probably not. Maybe, and maybe I would, especially when I saw it close beneath the 200. And then if I had traded that one, I would have got in. Let's say I got in there, like worst case scenario, to make the stop loss bigger. I'm at 1% yet. And I could have got 1%, look, so, and that was worst case. I probably would have got in up there, but or top of that candle. But you know, it's like we're talking 1% trades, aren't we? Or you got to wait. And if I hadn't have got out at 1% there, now I'd be in a world of pain now, because I'd be like, oh, I could have got 1%. It's coming back. Anything you can do to avoid that mental anguish is good, isn't it?
Yep.
Without drinking alcohol or taking drugs or eating pies or whatever. So I'm sorry, because this like group thing is going very slow. Hopefully next week will be a bit more.
Just sometimes that's trading, you know.
Yeah, I know it is.
Patience comes in, and that's where it all goes wrong, where you actually lose patience and you try something just for the sake of doing something. It's like, no, leave it alone.
I know it is, but then on the morning ones, I'm doing well.
That's good.
Right, I'll see you all Monday then, and I'll keep you up to date with what I'm doing. I mean, would anybody have a strong objection if we change the name from Master Plan Affiliates and we called it 70? My main thing is like what's different? Oh, there's this website called Master Plan Affiliates. There's this website called HBA. There's this, and I'm just like, have you seen the document? Have you seen you've not seen the 74K document? Oh, you need to get let me show you the document. Do you see what I mean? It's kind of, it's something different to a normal website all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think the actual name is that important. It's you know, our confidence in moving forward with it and having it as seamless as possible to make the presentation and compress it so that we can get the message across fast.
Yep.
And also, I know a guy called Dave Prosser. It's absolutely crushing it on TikTok, Tommy. And I paid for his training, so I'm going to use TikTok. And I tell you fundamentally, I'll take 2 minutes to tell you what he's doing, then we'll call it a day. So he's in a company called LifeWave, and it's the stem cell patches. And so it's meant to make you younger, and people like, you know, their leg got chopped off, but it grew back because they put this patch on it or whatever, you know. So there's loads of testimonials. So one of the things predominantly that he's doing on LinkedIn is LinkedIn.
Slightly cynical, Paul, but still.
Sorry, Helen.
I think that's slightly cynical.
He ain't got no sense. He ain't got no sense.
It's a great product.
Sold me some. I'll take some of that.
There's always haters. There's always haters that want to hate on these MLM products. So
you're saying it grows things? Is that right?
Yeah. Doesn't matter if you know, conjoin twins, one on each twin, separate in a day. You're overweight. Eat one of the patches, and it gets stuck in your throat. You can't eat. You lose weight. So, miracle product. But basically, he gets a lot of the testimonials and he turns them into shorts and he puts them on TikTok, short little 15, 30-second long videos. And he puts those on. And I think last week he brought in like 6 new reps and like 15 new customers or something like that. But he's just consistently posting every day, 3 to 6 videos. He does quite a lot. But guess what? You'll remember me talking in the past about video. vidyo.ai, video.ai. So you go on the Monday night webinar and you use Zoom or Loom to record a bit of the screen. You put it in video and it will turn it into so many short videos for you. I'm going to get all my content done on a Monday.
Sweet.
And there's your content. Done. So that's the sort of stuff I want to teach you.
Well, I'm anxious to learn it.
All right, guys. I'll see you all on Monday.
Okay, pal. Thanks for all the help. See
No
you.
worries.
Cheers, Paul. Cheers.